that you regret?
Oh, jumping on, I honestly didn't know. I know people really, because President Museveni is my friend. Bobi Wine
you've said that
is
so
my
many
friend.
times.
So when I tell people who say, how can you go to sing for President Museveni? I'm like, have you ever received a call from a state house? And they say, please, we need your help here. There's enough of that strength. I said, You get it? I mean, we used to say, Museveni, every time you say playing. And now years later, they're like, can you sing a song? I'm like, okay. Especially that they allowed me to start worship house when I'm 19 years. I remember they chased us, and then there was a lady called Mrs. Impanga. She said, no, President Museveni said freedom of worship, whether you are educated or not. I remember in that meeting, they had closed our church that we were so young, because we started that church under a tree. Since then, I was like, whoa. And then in P6, primary 6, I had stopped there. Then they introduced UPE. UPE.
Universal Primary Education.
Yeah.
I am a product of it.
You were a product of it?
Yeah.
You look like a planned kid.
That's right. I thought it was an assumption.
Okay. So those things confuse UPE, FDC, DFCU, hostile. So that's where I am. And then we started a church. No one stopped us. I don't have a degree in theology. I just have a fire in my heart. I didn't have money to start a church, started under a tree. And the government let us. No one stopped us. So when Dr. Bosa was celebrating 30 years on stage, the president was the guest of honor. I thanked him for that. Just to let us worship the way we want. Then, when I was doing my music, S5, doing then I'm like, but I need a star in this video to tell him Komaweka. Then the DCR guys said, by then it was Kayemba, Geoffrey, and Derek. He's now a member of parliament. He's like, I can take you to Bobby. I'm like, by then Bobby had a song. On that nice car. And we could watch it in dormitory. I'm like, and then Kayemba and DCR, Derek, they take me to Bobby. They're like, I'm like, he will accept. He doesn't know me. I'm just a student. And he's like, we went there. He welcomed us. He was so kind. And then he's like, now you want me in the video. You want me to be Chagulanyi or you want me to be Bobi Wine? I didn't know what he meant. Then the producer said, you be Bobi Wine. Then he went into the house. And then he put on like the Bobi Wine in the videos. And he didn't ask me for even a coin. He's like, okay, bye-bye. Then my music comes on TV. Who is this boy doing gospel music with Bobi Wine? You get it? So I got stuck between a brother and a father. And I told him that on Sunday, the other day. And I thank him. When I met him, he didn't show me any bad vibes. He treated me as a brother, because now he's a big man. And you see people going to greet him, and sometimes you hear things.
And I'm sure he does not have bad feelings towards what you sang, but the people online, the people that meet you, feel otherwise. Feel like you had chosen a side. They feel like, I don't know, betrayed the struggle. They feel like everything else that you had with Bobi Wine, you had put it aside for you to jump onto a political song.
But I feel like also that moment at Mickey Wine's concert where you walked to him and he
gave me a smile.
You, he welcomed you. I feel like that nervous. Also changed. Most people then were able to know that if our leader is okay with him, then who are we? Because they had created this perception online, but we'd never seen or heard from the person himself. So I think
the reaction was more from Bobby, being kind and understanding. When you're a pastor, you are like a referee. You can't have a side. You get it? You can't be like, Arsenal, Man U, they are playing, and then you have one side you are supporting. I feel like you kind of have to be neutral and pray. You don't have to really be one side and say, this is the side or this is the side. I feel like my position puts me in a place of try to stay neutral, try to love all sides, so that people in opposition and people in ruling party, if they come to, I don't want to be remembered as which party did you support. I want to be remembered as how many souls did you bring in the kingdom. So I don't care whether you are wearing this color or this color. I just want you, when I come to you, the first thing from my mouth should be like, can we pray? Can you pray for me? Not, how is, you get it, this party. I know it's hard. It's not easy. That's why I sang in the, Tubonga nawe, sevo, sevo. Then I sang, you get it. That explains that I have a brother and I have a father. You get it? So I be neutral.
Your childhood is a childhood of pain. But you have turned that around through your ministry, through reaching out to people. Do you feel you have healed from that pain?
There's always a child in you. There's always a corner where that child in you tries to rise. But I also want to tell the world that this man called Jesus is real. Once he comes in your life, you really don't have to carry the world on your shoulders. I feel like Jesus changed everything in my life. Of course, I'm on earth. You get scared, you cry, you remember, you are intimidated. But the moment I lift my hands to my Jesus and I tell him my problems, I promise you, I am okay. So for me, Jesus is not a feeling, is not an idea. He is real. He came in my life. He changed my life. And when I talk to him, have you seen guys in boxing? The guys who do boxing, they put an opponent that you don't see. And it's like, and even dodges, you know. For me, I feel like that's faith. He is there. Like a boxer tries to box the air. He has put an opponent there that you don't see, but he sees. So for me, that is faith. I feel like faith in Jesus. I would be the saddest person on earth. I would be the most miserable. But Jesus is real in my heart. He is.
The people that you interact with, the industry that you are in, the music industry, we've seen over time that they are facing challenges, drugs, alcohol, and even as you try to take your ministry to them, how do you think we can help these people? Because we've grown up looking up to these people, we've grown up seeing them. We've hosted some of them here as they tell their stories and their journey and how they've overcome. But we are also seeing others that are still getting trapped in that. How? Because you interact with them, you listen to them, to the real them, not what we see. Yeah.
I think first of all, I'll speak also from the fact that everyone on earth is struggling with something. Everyone. Only that some people are good at makeup. There's a way, 1, 2, 3, action. Okay. Sometimes some people are always putting up makeup. Actually, that's why I always challenge some preachers who challenge me. I'm like, come on. We are all struggling with something. Everyone is. But there are two types of people. In every battle, there is a winner and a loser. It's like two people in a room. If you are struggling with a habit, or drugs or whatever, you are like in a room, a small room with a snake. And he who sees the other first kills the other. I feel like if you are struggling with some habit, some addiction, you are in one room with a snake and there is no lights. So, he who sees the other first will kill the other. I always tell people, even me with my struggles, first of all, switch on the light. That is, switch on faith. So that it's visible for you to see the snake. Drugs can take you way down. Kill marriages, kill careers. But if you switch on faith, faith starts with knowing that the breath in my lungs, there is no money, no dollar, no shop, nowhere I can buy it from. So he who gives me this breath is able to help me with anything. Then you start to kill the snake. Don't let the snake kill you. You must kill the snake. I am struggling with some things. Everyone on earth is. But you can't do it alone. You need to pray to God, and you need to be intentional that you snake, you not kill me. You alcohol, you not kill me. You drugs, you not kill me. So many people have killed that snake. But if you don't, it will kill you.
You don't turn on the light.
Turn on the light.
Most probably it will kill you.
Yeah. I know of a guy who started drinking slowly, small. He was a good engineer all the way to Dubai. He's now traveling the world. And then alcohol put him down. All the way paka wali kuchenabweru. You get it? And then one day, I called it Family Prayer Day. I'm like, everybody come with your brother or your sister. Let us pray for your family. And these kids said, we are bringing daddy. Dad had Chinese, Koreans. They could come and visit him here. And the only thing they could bring was beer for him. The latest, whatever, strongest. He was a millionaire because of alcohol. He ended up here. His marriage is breaking. The kids he's always drunk. He said, I had money and there's no doctor I didn't visit to help him with this. There's no counseling session I didn't attend. There is no book I did not read that could help me to stop drinking. He said, there is nothing I didn't do that I was advised to do. And then one day, the kids say, hey, at the worship house, pastor is calling us for Family Prayer Day. They brought him drunk. And he says, during those prayers, he didn't want, he just came because the kids were insisting. He said that, I don't know what happened, but I felt someone touch me during prayer. And he said, from today we'll be fine. He said, what had felt the doctors all over the world, from that day he stopped drinking. He literally got a touch from God. The other day I was in Boston, Pastor Tunde's church. I was singing, then I preached. And then 5 kids came to me and they said, do you remember us? I'm like, no. I said, oh, this is me, this is mommy, this is daddy. This is the dad we brought who was dying from alcohol. They now moved to America. They are happy family. Some things, struggles, you can't win them by yourself. Ask God to help you. But be intentional on killing that snake. Don't let that snake kill you.
And I think that's when, what reminds me of when we went to the alcohol and drug unit in Butabika Hospital for an outreach. And we found that beyond what they are preaching to the patients, there was an element of faith.
Yeah.
Stuck on the walls, there's a daily prayer and everything. So what you're saying really does make sense. But let me go to some of your brightest moments in life. And I just want to assume or imagine would be the 3-day concert. And when we talk about faith, for me, I think that's where it comes in. That you were able to make a decision. You were sharing before we went recording. You're able to make a decision in 3 days. A decision that was not even intentional. A decision that came as a mistake, but then it blew out of proportion. You ended up even making a 3rd day of a concert. Talk to us about this 3-day concert and the position of faith in all this.
Okay, first of all, I misheard Christine, Mrs. Melinda. She works with NCBA Bank. She was helping me to do that. And she told me, day 1 is full and I have 30 extra tables. So for me, I ran with that. 30 extra tables that are paid. And then when I said, let's do day 2, I can sing for those. 30 extra tables, I can do that. And then she's like, I have 1 table now fully paid. I'm like, you said you have 30. She's like, no, I said I anticipate that 30 extra tables would be bought. So I did day 2 of Serena by accident. Now we had moved, I cannot move back.
You had already announced this?
Yes. So we had to kuiriva a meza. God, I wish I could kneel, but in my heart I'm kneeling. Thank you guys for showing up on day 2. I didn't know if anybody was going to show up. And then day 3.
How did you get to day 3?
because everyone kept complaining that we of 20K and 10K and 30K, we also need you. We can't make it, Serena. I'm like, okay, let's do day 3 at the worship house. And then history was made. I traveled after that. Everywhere I went, that there was a Ugandan. Everyone had watched that concert. Praise God.
Where's the position of faith in all this? Because you made day 2, announced it by mistake, and you only had 1 table sold.
Yes.
When the concert was done, the entire Serena was full. Where is the position of faith in all this?
I think you don't have to know the end. You just need to know who knows the end. Just go. Faith is another word of take some risks and trust that God will help you. Yeah. Without taking some risks, you'll always be in the same place. Yeah.
Okay. Pastor, I think from whatever you've said, one thing is you've been true to yourself, that you're human as well. And away from God, in those moments where you're overwhelmed, what do you normally do? Not as Pastor Bugembe, but you.
Me?
As Wilson.
Watch football.
Okay.
I love visiting friends and surprise them. Because with our type of work, there is always someone on your heart. You'll be like, I'll go and see this person. And then it's a yeah, it's true. I love talking to old friends. I love that. When I drive in or walk in to people that I was with 20 years ago, and we were nothing. And we laugh without fear. We talk about anything without worry of judgment. And, I love that. I love that. And of course, I love so much eating mukene.
Okay. Okay.
It's dog's food, you say. It's our food.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I can see the look on your faces. Me and my dogs share the same food, mukene. Yeah.
No, I think it's nutritious.
Very, very.
The first day it came into my household, when I'm a father, said, "What? Did you just feed my son?" Said it's the most nutritious food for the babies. I said, "Fine." Said I never had this when I was growing up. But as we conclude this conversation, Pastor, the pressure, like when you got on set here, should I say you've made it? You're one of the leading pastors, and we meant these words. The pressure of having a companion, the pressure of getting married, after you've done all these big stages, after you've traveled the world. You talk, I was in Boston, I was in Washington, I'm sure everywhere
I was in Masaka. I said that too.
I'm sure everywhere you go, and I've seen this even on the internet. Even
social media is not
you take a picture with someone, it trends on the internet. They say, "Oh, so finally, Pastor Wilson Bugembe has found someone." The pressure of getting married, wherever you go, does it bother you? How do you make sure it does not get you, or maybe it does, and you cry when you get home?
No. I don't know many married people that are crying. So, first of all, there are 3 types of times in the world. There is my time, there's people's time, and there's God's time. And most times we mix those times. I think in my own time, I wanted to be married by 23 or 27. It didn't work. People's time, I should be married many years ago. God's timing is the best. I will. So help me God.
Okay.
Yeah, but I know you will, and I don't think the question was when will you, but
does it affect
the pressure?
you in any way?
The pressure,
the pressure from the people you preach to, the pressure.
First of all, God has given me a very good schedule, and I think it protects me from a lot of trouble. I go home when I'm very, very tired. I also made sure that most of my free time is not big, so that even if I have a crush, I don't really water it. Because whatever I don't want to grow, don't water it. If you don't water it, it will wither naturally. My schedule is really tight. It helps me. And I intentionally did that. So I don't have a lot of time to think and be there. I'm always on the go. And I'll slow down when I marry.
When you visit friends and you said you like talking to old friends, and I'm sure they tell you that Pastor Mugembe.
You feel the bite. You feel the bite.
And they said that 41, come on.
Yeah. When did you have to mention my name? So when you feel the bite. I'm kidding. You feel the bite when you see their children. Yeah. You know, like that's when you see the kids, you get the child fever. Be like, okay. I think that's when you feel the bite. Yeah.
As we conclude, Pastor, the year has come to an end. People set the expectations. Some have been met, some haven't been met. We are getting into a new year. What's your message to the people out there?
Pinch yourself. Say, thank you, Lord, I'm alive. Because when the story I've told you, who knew that I would be here talking to you guys 20 years later? So tomorrow is waiting for you. And you should see tomorrow not as your enemy. Embrace tomorrow as your friend. Radio said and Wizo, if you don't give it mass, you are alive, you are not in the grave. So don't see tomorrow as your enemy. I asked Onyango, the goalkeeper, I visited him in South Africa. And I told him, how do you feel when you lose a game? Because for us fans, my team loses. It's like the only hope is there's another game. And another game. And another season. So in football, he said their only hope is the next season. So, if you're here...
What team do you support?
Sorry?
What team do you support?
Team? I have a soft heart for Man U, but I'm Chelsea.
You are undecided, that's what you're saying.
I'm Chelsea. But if Chelsea and Man U, they are playing, if Man U and Arsenal are playing, I would be Man U.
If it's Man U and Chelsea?
Man U and Chelsea, of course, Chelsea.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I went to Chelsea Stadium, someone took me there, gave me a birabo, then they gave me a tour, then I met some Chelsea players, and by then I was very non-decided, so I'm like, I think I'm Chelsea.
Okay. I'm a Liverpool fan, so I would not understand Chelsea's struggles.
I'm a big fan to your former coach.
Oh, Klopp.
I think he has not lost his head.
Yeah. Pastor Wilson Bugembe, thank you so much for
allowing. Can I say one more thing?
Yes.
Am I allowed?
Yes.
Thank you for having me. It's not small in my heart. I always see people you host here and listening, and I feel very humbled. And please, if you don't invite me again, it means I didn't do good. So be nice, invite me again. But also I want to just close by telling people, one day I was in Iwaise. This is a story I tell everywhere. And we were in traffic, and I saw a cow moving. You know, I said this story, I said it somewhere, and somebody was like, a cow in traffic. I'm like, welcome to Africa. Then this cow was walking, and then some guy, I think he was on drugs or something, he came and kicked the cow. The cow almost fell into that ditch. And then he went back, he came jogging again and kicked it again. And I mean, people who have cows, you know that cows can be like human a bit. He did it like 3 times. But the 4th time, it was about to break its legs. And we could not help, we were in traffic. And people got their phones and they are watching a movie. And on the 4th time, the shepherd had come. He came with 3 others. And then he said, we've been there. And they told us you are kicking our cow. Kick it one more time. The guy said, and then they said, just kick it one more time. The guy ran away. The story came back to me that the cow is people. The kicker is the devil. We are the spectators who are watching your life. Imagine if this cow did not have a shepherd. They would kick the cow into the pit, break its legs until the shepherd came. That's Psalms 23. The Lord is my shepherd. Whether you stay in the ghetto, whether you are watching us and you think we've made it, and you be like, oh, they are the happiest people. No. Whether you stay up in the rich people neighborhoods, whether you are highly educated or not, life will put you in a corner where you need a shepherd. That your money can't, your thing can't, you need to have a shepherd. So I wanted to say in a word, don't be shepherdless. You must have God. And for me, Jesus Christ is my shepherd. And if you do life, I remember one day President Museveni told us, do you see that chair? It's because Radio Mose asked him, how do you rule this country? You know, Mose alimpango kufu. Man, and President Museveni said, everyone look at that chair in his office many years ago. And he's like, do you see that chair? Yeah, that's where I kneel. And that's God for help. That's true story. I was there in person. So you cannot be shepherdless. Life will put you in a corner where everything you think it works does not. God designed the world, even in this AI era. God designed the universe and he designed himself in it. There is no wisdom or education, nothing that can. You say, now I don't need him. So you can't be shepherdless. You must, some of you know your way to the nightclub. You know your way to your farm. You know your way to your girlfriend. You know your way to the lodge. Mobala nebozibiri zotuka. You've lost your way to church. Next year, apart from the big cars and houses, make a resolution to find your way back to church.
Thank you.
Sheila, we don't need an invitation to the worship house, do we?
No, we don't.
The worship house is under construction and there is no doors yet.
Yeah. Even if it works.
So just walk
Even
it.
if it works, church doors are never closed.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Can I thank the people who showed up for worship night?
Yes.
When is this thing playing? Are we live?
Whichever it is, we'll still put the video there.
Okay. Please, over 20,000 people came to the worship house last Friday to worship night. Thank you. And we are doing it again on the 31st. By the way, we started a prayer wave in Busavala. As One Love Beach, as you go, Resort Beach, as you go to One Love Beach. There, Mukasawe, every Wednesday. We sit there. People drive from Munyonyo, from Buziga, Masaja, 7 to 10:30. Every Wednesday. Then every Thursday and Sunday, we are the worship house Nansana. At worship house, we do 4 services. 8 to 10, 10 to 12, 12 to